Hi everyone, guys. In today's session, we are going to set up in the Docker and Swarm environment, Docker Swarm, for maintaining that cluster with a multi Docker host missions. Okay, guys. Yes, coming to Docker Swarm. Okay, what is a Docker Swarm? Docker Swarm is a clustering and orchestration tool for maintaining Docker containers, and it allows us to create and manage a cluster of Docker host missions. Cluster of Docker host missions, guys. So we are going to configuring Docker cluster. So this is one mission, this is another mission, and this is another mission. So what we are doing that we are going to installing in Docker in these three missions. After that, we are going to configuring one cluster. We are putting these all servers in one virtual cluster. Okay, guys. See. Okay, we'll see that. So we are going to installing all. We are going to installing Docker in all missions. So after that, we will create one cluster in these three missions. Okay. Yes. Next. So cluster of Docker host missions. What we can, yes, we can turn into. We are turning into them. We are turning them into a single virtual Docker host. And this enables us to deploy and manage containerized applications across multiple hosts. And it providing high availability and scalability also. This Docker Swarm will provide high availability and scalability. So here the Docker Swarm having some features with the we are having some features with this Docker Swarm. Yes, they are one, service scaling and load balancing and service discovering. Next, fault tolerance we can, rolling updates we can, and security. Yes, we are having these features. So by service scaling, this Docker Swarm allows us to easily scale services up and down if we want up or if we want down by adjusting the number of replicas running across the cluster. And the load balancing, it is one of the best service, one of the best service in this clustering also. Yes, it uses, we can use this one for automatically loading the balances traffic across the various containers. Whatever we are having containers out, okay, across these containers we can use this traffic in services, distributing request eventually. Okay, guys. So whenever we are having the disturbing requests, okay, everything we can by using automatically. Next, coming to service discovery. This is also one best service in this Docker Swarm. Yes, the Docker Swarm is offering us inbuilt in service or built-in service discovery, allowing containers to communicate with each other across different hosts without needing to know their exact IP address. So automatically this service discover the containers across the cluster without its IP addresses. Okay. Next, one more, fault tolerance. The Docker Swarm providing fault tolerance by automatically rescheduling containers in case of node failures. In this Docker sum, for example, we are having two nodes. Out of these two nodes, if any one server or node will fail or will down automatically, yes, it will, the Docker swarm will maintain that fault tolerance. So whatever the containers are running inside this node, automatically it will shift to another node, or else it will take the control on that containers. That is one advantage, biggest advantage with this fault tolerance. Next, rolling back or rolling updates. It supports rolling updates for services, allowing us to update our applications without downtime by gradually replacing old containers with new ones. We can manage like this. Okay, next, coming to security concept. Docker Swarm providing security features such as encryption for communication between nodes and mutual TLS authentication for enhanced security. These are the features, and this is the advantage with Docker Swarm controller. Okay, Docker Swarm configuration. Initially, we saw that only on only one Docker host machine. We have created number of containers on the single host machine. By that, if any situation, if the server is going down, if the server will go down, automatically the entire infrastructure will go down. That whatever we are running, that business applications or non-business applications, whatever we are having that environment on the single Docker host machine, it will collapse our business structure. For avoiding that, we are going to managing high availability and scalability by using this Docker Swarm clustering. We will see that. Now we will see the practical how we will configure this one. Okay. Yes. So now we are going to configuring Docker Swarm. So what we should have, that at least minimum we should have two node missions, one controller, one Swarm controller, and we should have two node missions. Same, whatever we are having that Linux servers is same, we can use for same configuration for this one. And so, and we are going to naming each one. See guys, so already have that three missions. One is the 128, 137 and 138. So now let me connect to this. Yes, login as the root, be in the root user, and 37, 137. Yes, again root and 138. Yes. Yes, here I am going to naming that one is the controller and another one node 1 from node 1. Next, from node 2. Yes. This is the controller mission. Just let me increase font size. Yes. Okay guys, now we are going to naming for each server. Yes, already we have written that. Yes, take this one. So this is the name. We are setting the host name to 128 as a controller. Now I'm in controller mission. Now you can see that the host mission. See guys, host name. Okay, controller. Next, another one. Yes, so node Swarm node 1. Yes, host name. Okay guys, next third one. Yes, copy that one. Yes, node 2. You can write manually, but for avoiding time waste, we are going to copy and paste that one. Now guys, this one over. Now this is the structure. Now what we are doing that we are going to configuring local DNS in the three missions. Just to copy this structure, just to name like this in the /etc host file in three missions. Copy this one, move to VAM/etc host. Yes, here we don't have that VAM. Yes, yum install the VAM wget -y in three missions. So VAM, sorry, VM install VAM wget -y. VM install VAM wget -y. Just wait. We need to install in three missions. Installation going. So meanwhile, once again, copy this one. Yes, in one mission over the VAM/etc host. So you need not install VAM because already VA is there. You can use that VA also, but we'll get some better experience with VM. So that reason I have installed VAM. Okay. Yes. In one mission over. In second mission, VAM/etc host. Yes. Next, over VAM/etc host. Okay. Yes. Escape shift to WQ. Now, so we have configured local DNS. Now we are going to installing Docker in three missions. So now, if you don't have that root privileges, yes, you can use that. But already I have that root privileges. Yes, I'm going to using this one. Okay, no need to use sudo. If you have that root privileges, you need not use sudo. But if you have that root privileges, yes, you can copy this one. Use that one also, sudo also. In three missions, we need to be installed. Yes, create that. We are going to configuring link. We have added URL, repo URL. Now what we are doing that, now we are going to listing that, sorry, a repo list we are seeing that. Okay, no such command repo. Okay, no need that, just leave that. And next we are going to updating the server in three missions. Of course, already I have updated. It won't take much more time. Maybe or may not be. Just only 4 packages going to updating. Next, be ready with this. Now we are going to installing Docker CE, Docker CE CLI, and containerd input output. Okay, IOS. Now install in three missions. Yes, here sudo missing. Okay guys, so successfully we have installed a Docker. Now, so we are going to enabling service and starting the service. Yes, in 3 missions. And systemctl start Docker. Systemctl start Docker. Systemctl start Docker. We have started. Now systemctl status Docker. See guys, it's running. Systemctl status running. Systemctl status Docker. See guys, in 3 missions, Docker service running and enabled also. But from next reboot, you need not to start manually, automatically itself it will start that. Okay. Now guys, so what next? So this one over. Now we are going to modifying this user. We are adding this Docker to root. So already we have that group. Now you can see that cat class etc group. See guys, we are having Docker. Now we are adding this Docker group to user. We are modifying this group. Okay. Next, take this one in 3 missions. Apply this one and almost done. Sorry. Next, so we are going to giving that permissions, or we are adding that controller accessing this port numbers on particular protocols. Okay. Yes. Take this one in 3 missions. Apply this one. Now you can check that. So we are going to starting that firewalls, and we are going to reloading. Just in 3 missions we need to be applied. Just wait. Yes. Now this is the, so we added successfully in 3 missions. Okay. Now come here. Now we are going to initiating Docker Swarm. Docker Swarm we have initiated. So advertise address ADDR. So here we need to take that server cluster node, which one we are calling that controller node, controller server IP address, and we are giving that a default add pool with subnet 10.10 address. Okay. Yes. Now take this one. And before that, you can check that Docker info in the Docker controller mission only. We need to apply that Docker info. Here you can see that Docker Swarm, see, inactive. Now the Docker Swarm is inactive. Okay. Now what we are doing, that we are going to activating that service. Yes. Copy this one, apply this one in the controller node only in the controller node. We are not going to apply in all missions. Only which we are calling controller, in the mission only we need to apply that one. Yes, see guys. So Docker Swarm initialized current node. Now you can see that Docker node ls. See, only the Docker Swarm is ready. Controller node in the control cluster list. Now what we are doing, that yes, is suggesting to add a worker node to this Docker Swarm. Run the following command. Yes, take this one. To add a manager to this farm, run Docker Swarm join token manager. So if we want to add one more manager in this cluster, yes, we can use this one. Okay, just take this one, and as per documentation, just see guys. Now take this one, or else you can copy this one and move into and add in all node missions. See, this node joined in Docker Swarm cluster. This node joining Docker Swarm cluster, but it works as a worker. Now, yes, come here again. Just copy this one. Yes. Okay. Now added. Now you can come here. Yes, you can see once again that yes, the Docker node ls. See guys, this is the process. Now our Docker Swarm working fine. Now these three servers are under Docker Swarm cluster. Okay, and these two nodes are under control of Docker Swarm controller. Okay, now if you observe this one once again, that Docker info, here you can see that now the Docker Swarm Docker Swarm. See guys, okay, name Swarm controller is the name, and here also we can see that Docker Swarm. Find that. See guys, before that we say inactive. Right now it's inactive, and it's a manager. It's a manager and a cluster ID. Managers 1, total nodes including cluster 3, default address pool, subnet size 24, data path port 6, orchestration. Okay, this is the small information about this Docker Swarm clustering, and this is the process to configure Docker Swarm cluster or orchestration. Okay guys, thank you. In next session we will see that how to manage and how to work with Docker Swarm services, how we will create a container in the Swarm controller, and how we can see the what are the services are running in which Docker host mission. Then we will see that overlay network also. Just in previous class we have discussed Docker bridge network, but in upcoming classes we are going to working with the Docker overlay network. So the Docker overlay network should have at least 1 or 2 Docker host missions. 2 different missions we should have that. Then only we can understand and we can work with the overlay network. Okay guys, in the next session we'll see that managing services on Docker Swarm, and we will see that overlay network also on this Docker Swarm. Thank you guys. We'll meet in next session.